Okay. Hey everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another segment of Motherhood Mondays on the Melly Talks podcast. I am so excited to do this segment with you guys and for you guys because it's so important. Now, I'm really speaking to the new moms because Lord, if anybody understands, girl, I understand. And don't worry, this feeling will not last for too long. Now, oftentimes as new mothers, when we're trying to balance our marriage, our household chores, some of us even have careers, and then our children, it can seem like we don't matter in any direction that we turn. But that's not true. You matter. You do matter. And it can seem like motherhood isn't very rewarding because, your baby doesn't say, "Thank you, mom." Your baby doesn't say, "Hey, mom, I know that little baby, little wham wham baby, stayed up all night because I think nighttime is daytime and I think daytime is nighttime, so you didn't get any sleep. But thank you, mama. Thank you, mama, so much for having patience with me and for staying up with me and taking care of me." No, our babies don't say that. Our toddlers don't even say that. Our toddlers don't know and they don't care. So it's very easy to understand how you can feel underappreciated, possibly overwhelmed, possibly like, wow, everybody else matters but me, And then especially when you get to that stage in motherhood where your child, most children say dada or daddy first, okay? And speaking to a few friends of mine, some of them, they take offense to this. But, they take offense and they feel like their children are more appreciative of what dad does and dad's role and who he is. But that's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. That's one of those things that, it's just easier for them to articulate first. That da 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 is much easier than ma 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 ma. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So let's roll into it. Let's roll into when does motherhood become rewarding? Okay. Personally for me, motherhood became rewarding when my child started to smile, when he would laugh, when I would play with him, when in moments that I was sad, I would look at him and no matter what's going on in your life, your children always have a way to be that light in your life. And that is, for most mothers, that feeling comes to most mothers. I cannot say all mothers because that maternal motherly instinct doesn't always kick in for all mothers. Just because you are a mother, that does not mean that you are nurturing, that you have a maternal instinct. For some women that comes later on in life, and for some women that's instant. As soon as you give birth to that baby and they lay the baby on your chest and you just look at them and yada yada yada, oh my god, I'm gonna cry, you all, because like I say every week I say this, I rep my motherhood set and I rep my wifehood set, and I repped my wifehood set before I repped my motherhood set. But it's still one of those just beautiful moments, beautiful memories, beautiful feelings internally. Being a mom is the best feeling in the world. There's nobody who will love your children quite the way that you do. Even their partners, their husbands, their wives down the line. I don't know. I don't know. I have not experienced my child getting married and seeing, what that, I honestly feel like the love is not comparable. I don't think it's comparable at all. But you know what? There I go. Okay, there I go. I am always getting off in these tangents because I always have so much to talk about. I'm your girl Melly, and I be talking. You know what I'm saying? So I just always had so much to talk about when it comes to the motherhood, when it comes to Mondays and Wednesdays. It's my two favorite days. I love being a mom. I love being a wife. All right. Anyways, so back to my original idea, my original sentence. I said, when does motherhood start to be rewarding? Now, for me, that was reward enough. Okay. It didn't really feel rewarding. It didn't really feel like what I was doing served a purpose, because in the beginning, babies, they're just like, let's just say they're like a potato, okay? And I don't, now y'all, those of you who love to just nitpick on every single word that I say, please don't be in the comments like, oh my God, Melly compared our children to potatoes. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. These are my I'm so old school. Like, I'm doing this instead of how people be texting. Oh my God, people don't even text like that no more. I know you guys remember those little what the hell were they called? Sidekicks or something like that. The phone like was like this and it like slid up and you just use the little keyboard. These are my little Twitter fingers, even though it's like this now on your phones. But no, I don't mean to say that children are like potatoes in a bad way. I just mean like, they just kind of just sit there. They eat, they sleep, they poop, they cry. That's all they do for a long time. I want to say my son started like smiling around 2 months, earlier than my stepson did, but every baby is different. So for me, the smiling, the laughing, the engagement was reward enough. And even now, the speed crawling towards me, that's very rewarding. The laughter, the smiles when he sees me, my son is at this at the stage now where he begins to recognize his father and I in photos. Like if I say, "Oh, who is that?" He'll say Dada. He doesn't quite say, "Oh, that's Mama." He'll just, I'm literally gonna cry right now, y'all. He'll just like kiss the picture, because I give him kisses all the time. I'm always kissing my baby. I truly believe that your child should be well loved, just because that's the type of mother I am. I understand, 100% that people mother differently. And I'm not judging or throwing shade or whatever that like lame ass person was accusing me of in my DMs. That I will not address. I mean, God damn it, I guess I just addressed them. Fuck. Whatever. But yeah, so for me, these things are rewarding. Now, when does motherhood become rewarding? That depends on what your definition of rewarding truly is. You know what I'm saying? Some women feel like it's not rewarding until my baby can say thank you for this and that. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. Okay. Some women feel like it's not rewarding until they can pay me back for everything that I've done for them. Now I think that's a little much, but hey, I'm still not judging. If those are your I don't want to say boundaries. I don't know what the correct word to use. It's on to my tongue. But if that is what works for you, then that is what works for you. But if you consider yourself anything like me, it becomes rewarding around 3, 4, 5 months. Okay? 3, 4, 5 months. Around that time frame. Just because I say that, I know, a 3 month span, that's pretty large, that's pretty big, but babies develop at different rates, and that's something that I'm understanding myself. That's something that I'm understanding when it comes to my son's milestones, when it comes to even simple things like his weight, his height, and his weight. Like my baby, he's on the smaller end, but look at me, you all, I'm a very small person. So, and that's something that, sidebar from the topic of this video. Obviously it's Monday, it's Motherhood Monday, so we talk about motherhood. Okay, we talk about motherhood on Mondays in every aspect of motherhood. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that I'm not going to talk about when it comes to motherhood. Like, I'm going to make a video about intimacy after childbirth. And that's going to be a great video. Because it's too often that I will hear things like, yeah, my husband and I haven't had sex since before I was pregnant. And these women are 3 months postpartum. So that's a year. You haven't had sex with your husband for a year? That's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what? That's not this video. That's not this video right here. So I'm not even going to get into that one. Sorry, you guys. My throat is a little dry. I'll be yelling at my baby all day. No. Stop. No. Outside. Don't do this. Don't do that. Stop it. Come here. Stop crying. That's me all day. I wonder if you guys can hear me swallow. I'm very self-conscious about that because every time I'm drinking something around my husband, he's just, do you have to swallow so loud? Like, okay, sir, it ain't a problem when, never mind. Anyways, so when does it become rewarding? So you can expect motherhood to become, if you're anything like me, rewarding around those times, but also, you need to be realistic with what it is you want to take away from motherhood. What it is that motherhood truly means to you and for you. You know what I'm saying? Some women think that motherhood is just simply, oh, I had a baby, I'm a mother. Hello, motherhood. Like, no. Motherhood is much more than that. Motherhood is a lifelong commitment. And if you watched my video on deadbeat mothers, where I opened up and shared with you all that I have a deadbeat mom not deadbeat mamas, toxic mamas, sorry. But they go hand in hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, a toxic mama is a deadbeat mama. Because as a mother, your job is to be nurturing, caring, loving, not toxic, not, you get what I'm saying? So it's a lifelong commitment. All right. When you become a mother, that's for the rest of your life. I don't want to say that the rest of your child's life, because no mother wants to, oh my gosh, no mother wants to bury their child. Whew, that's a tough thought to even allow to go through my brain, but no mother wants to bury their child. So that's why I say, for the rest of your life as a mother. And in my opinion, motherhood continues to be rewarding. Every day it's rewarding. Every time that I see my son smile, I don't know what these boys are doing out there. Every time that I see my son smile, every time that I see him laugh, every time that he, super duper speed crawls towards me, and even back when we were breastfeeding, I breastfed my son until he was a little over 9 months old. And that was also very rewarding. It's very, that experience is very rewarding as well. So now to the basis of the video, when do I matter? Honey child. Now I'm gonna end the video on this thought here. Yes, you matter. Okay? Yes, you matter. And you will always matter. You are the foundation. Okay, you are the foundation. I always speak from a wife viewpoint because I'm a wife. I don't know anything else. What is a baby mama to me? What is a baby daddy? I don't know. And you are the foundation, okay? Without you, think about life or your family unit as a machine. You are the oil, okay? Without that machine being well oiled, that machine malfunctions. You are needed. You are important. Oh, sorry, y'all. I got a little too passionate, okay? Because it's just true. That's one of those things, like, don't you ever sit there and ask yourself, do I matter? Because the machine cannot run without you. It does not function properly without you. And if something cannot function without that one thing, that means that one thing is very important, right? That means that one thing is very needed, right? That means that one thing matters. If your absence is noticeable, you matter. You take care of the household. You run the household, okay? You run the household. So if you're not there, if you're not feeling well, how does the household run? Is everything smooth sailing, as if you were on the top of your game, as if you were 100% present? No, it doesn't. So don't ever feel like you do not matter. I know sometimes as mothers, we want a little bit more appreciation. Sometimes that helps, and especially if you're a new mom and you're, fairly new in your postpartum journey. I'm talking you're anywhere from 1 month postpartum to, let's say, maybe 6. It's difficult to balance everything. You feel as if the world is on your shoulders. You're carrying everything on your shoulders, and nobody really ever says thank you. But just because you don't get the thank you, just because you don't get that, oh my gosh, mommy, I appreciate you so much, that does not mean that you do not matter. That does not mean that you are not a vital part of the machine. Okay? I think it's too often that, especially in the groups that I'm a part of, it's too often that we kind of build our, what's the word I'm looking for? That we build our self-worth as a mother off of what we're told, off of if we get a thank you or not, off of whether we know that we're appreciated. You are appreciated. You are valued. You are important. Your husband needs you. Your child needs you. They all love you, all your children, if you have more than one, like I said, I'm really speaking to the first time moms because, seasoned moms, you get this, you know how this works, after you have your first child, the second one, that postpartum journey is much easier. I mean, for most people, depending on what you go through during your pregnancy, after, what type of circumstances you're a part of, it may be different. But for the most part, I'm really speaking to the first time moms, everybody needs you. You matter. You've always mattered. And you need to know that you matter. You need to remember that you matter. You need to know that you are doing the best that you can. Okay? You don't need that, hey, thank you so much, to feel like you matter. You should know that you matter. Like I keep saying, without you, how do things run? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, think back to the last time that you were maybe not feeling well, you were feeling under the weather, and you kind of gave the household duties to dad, husband, and he's tending to the kids and tending to the home for the day. How did things go? Or when you for those moms that have a career that involves them leaving the home frequently, on the days that you're not inside the home and you need to trade roles with dad, how does the household run? That should be your answer there. It's not a when do I matter, because you've always mattered. From day one, from day zero. Child would not be here without you. So how can you even ask yourself, do I matter? Do I not? When do I matter? How do I know when I matter? You have always mattered. And that is the main takeaway that I want you ladies to get from this video. All right. It's not a sense of, okay, when my child is 5 years old, maybe I'll matter a little bit more. Maybe they'll love me a little bit more. Your child absolutely loves you. You are their world. You are their safe place. They don't love you more as they get older. They always love you. They always appreciate you. They may not be able to articulate that to you in the very beginning, or if you have boys, it depends if you have boys or if you have girls, because that dynamic is very different. We all know boys absolutely love and adore their mom. They always do, they always will. Girls, on the other hand, that's a little different. It just depends on the type of mother you are. But that's my point, ladies. That's my point. Stop asking, when will I matter? Stop asking, do I matter? You always have, and you always will. You are a vital part of the machine. You are the oil to the machine. Without the oil, a machine that is not well oiled does not function properly. So I need you to remember that. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support. I really do. I love those DMs that you guys send me. Tell me how much you appreciate my content, how much you want to see more of my content. So having said that, if there's something that you guys want to see, if there's something that you guys want me to talk about, please send me a DM, leave me a comment, let me know. I will do my best to touch on that topic. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Talk to me Tuesdays. Go ahead and submit your DMs, your questions, your concerns to me. You can do that tonight after you see this video. And I will go ahead and pick one from the batch and talk on it tomorrow. I will see you all in my video tomorrow. You guys know I do my 5 days a week videos live on Fridays. Thank you again for tuning in. I will see you all next time. Bye.